Oh my God, Kristen. Did you watch the Emmys?
I did.
Let's talk Emmys.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Tell me. What'd
Okay.
you think?
Well, I thought, listen, Emmys is always an exciting night, but we got to thank Joan Rivers. We got to thank JR.
Oh, yeah.
May she rest in peace. But we got to thank her for making the red carpet a thing.
Oh, yeah.
But the most exciting thing, if you follow us on Littler Podcast, it was hot breaking news that Reese Witherspoon on the red carpet decided to say that she's working on a project with a housewife that she was on a flight with.
Yeah.
So the big question is, who do you think the housewife is? I raise hands. Ooh. Pick me.
Okay.
I say it's Kyle.
Yeah.
Who else could it be?
That's my first choice. Is this Kyle.
Unless I don't think she's gonna go down with Vicky
Yeah.
or Tamra. She's no way Reese is gonna beneath herself. Kyle is been in the biz for a million years.
Yes.
She's
Yes.
Kathy Hilton's sister. Everybody there's some legitimacy to Kyle. I can't see Reese being sitting next to Vicky almost talking.
Yeah.
You're my sister. I love you. Vicky getting crazy and drunk.
Well, if she's saying a housewife, you're immediately going to go to Beverly Hills because you've got actresses that have been on Beverly Hills, right? So it's going to be, who's the actresses there? It's Kyle.
Well, they're all
could
sort
be
of
Garcelle,
involved. Oh,
right?
Yeah,
Garcelle came to mind too.
Maybe it's Garcelle.
And I wouldn't put it
Who
past
we
if it
love.
could be Sutton. I know Sutton's not technically an actress, but she's kind of.
But she's involved. She's
involved,
around.
and
she's around.
Sutton's kind of a phenomenon in a way when it comes
She
to
is
housewives.
why. Tell me why she's a phenomenon.
I think that she's just got such an effect as a housewife,
Well, she's just her. I mean, she's her
No,
own.
I could just see it, and she's highly recognizable. So she's somebody.
Thank you. We're trying very hard to.
Ooh.
We keep trying to put my phone up so we can just keep a little time because we could talk about this for days and days and days.
We could go on and speculate.
We could go on and talk forever.
Yeah,
but
we could.
So back to the Emmy. So it could be Garcelle. I mean, it might be somebody, but Kyle makes sense. Kyle's an actor and producer, and she has stuff under her belt. She did that American Woman thing. Remember on HBO?
Yes. She's
I feel like
she's the one it comes to mind first.
Listen, but I'll be pleasantly surprised if she comes out and being like Nene Lakes, something insane.
See, another icon.
Another iconic.
She's a housewife icon.
Or maybe a Rinna, but no, you know what?
Rinna
Reese
too,
Witherspoon is a little bit a cut above, and she's obvious. She's a little snotty, a little snooty.
Yeah, a little bit.
It's got to be like a Kyle situation.
Yeah.
Somebody like that, but who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe it's somebody. Maybe she's just going to totally. And by the way, I love her friendship with Laura Dern. They're really good friends. Laura Dern, the actress, who I love.
Yes.
And they're just such good friends. And they're like, we've got snacks. It's like they're buddies. And they're so cute. And they were going to have such a great time together. I was like, I want to be sitting with them.
Oh, my God.
At the Emmys, yeah.
Isn't it amazing, though? It's like Housewives made it to the A-list crowd. You know what I mean? I mean, no one is more A-list than an actress like Reese Witherspoon.
And more in the producing world.
It worked its way in there.
She's Nicole Kidman, that little whole group. Laura Dern, her, and they're activists, they're philanthropists. That's a great crew.
Yeah, it is.
But what I wanted to say about the Emmys was,
if
if you didn't see the Emmys, even if you did, The Bear, and everything.
Yeah.
The Bear,
surprised.
Shogun, which I did not see.
Me neither.
Won everything.
Yeah.
They really won everything. And then Hacks, which is great. And it was nice to see Hacks and Jean Smart win. But what's so nice about it is it's actually a comedy. The Bear is in the comedy category. Let me tell you, it's not even a dark comedy.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing comedic. I don't know. Did you watch The Bear?
I watched a little bit of season 1.
The Bear is
it
tough
didn't
to
look
watch.
funny.
I always
to
have
me.
to take a Klonopin after I watch The Bear. I'm always
you get a little revved up when you're watching
I'm always sitting there with my teeth clenched, it literally makes me so wound up. However,
it does wind you up.
it's not a comedy. I just don't understand why it's in the comedy category. So it was nice to see Hacks win for comedy.
Yeah.
And it was kind of like basically all that. Like
Yeah.
it was basically those three things. Like every actor won that was nominated from The Bear.
Yeah.
So anyway, I just thought I'd throw that in, but it was good. And I thought Eugene and Dan Levy.
Oh, yeah.
Levy.
Father and son.
Oh, I just said it wrong. I think it's Levy.
Levy. It's Levy.
Levy or Levy?
think.
I always get confused now because he
Yeah.
was like, if you don't
Levy, I
like
think
me,
it's
he
Levy,
said
yeah.
that joke at the beginning. If you don't like me, it's pronounced Levy.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's Levy.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, they were cute, father-son duo.
Very.
I think they've got some more gigs in their future. Like, I would
Yeah.
not be surprised if we, gig it up with the Levies.
Oh, yeah.
Levies. I think Eugene Levy, who's someone who
Always
was
liked
not
him.
cute as a younger guy,
No.
he's gotten so handsome in his old. I think he's so handsome now. I really do. Like, he's like cool looking. Sorry, I'm like sweating to death all of a sudden. Like the vino's giving me a hot
you're
flash.
right. He got better.
He got
as
better
got
looking. His
older.
hair is fabulous. His
Some-
clothes.
that just happens with some
glasses-
people.
Yeah, or they
kinda-
just
they
become
mature into
themselves
better.
because he was such a
Oh,
goobery
remember him
guy.
in Splash?
I loved
Oh,
him. I love him
and I
in
love that
everything.
movie, but you
I
wouldn't
love
look
him.
at him and go, "Hey, who's that?"
No, not at
So,
all.
you know.
How about him in the movie with Queen Latifah, Bringing Down the House with Steve Martin? That is one of my favorite movies of all time.
Yeah.
And he's like totally going after, Queen Latifah. And he's like, hey, boo, I'm straight tripping, boo.
Yeah.
Like, I love him.
Yeah, I
Love him.
Yeah,
So they were cute.
Yes.
And, it was a nice little evening at the Emmys.
yeah, it was.
It was a nice little, way to, kick it off.
And it's just funny how Housewives kind of worked its way into the Emmys.
It's
like that.
sorry, it's like everywhere.
Yeah.
Like all of a sudden the housewives just have
Yeah.
penetrated the barrier. Andy and company should be very, very happy
Yes.
that they
Oh,
are
I'm
getting
sure
repped
they
and
are.
that.
Oh, and really quick, I didn't see this part, but I did see a clip. Nene was doing commentary on the Emmys. Wasn't
excuse me.
she?
On the after
Her
show,
and,
I
Ariana.
texted you.
Yeah.
Ariana and Nene were
Yes.
doing the after show. So at
I
11
just
o'clock,
saw a clip of it, but I think
I
Nene
watched
was
it.
like very funny. How was it?
I watched it.
yeah,
It was cute. First of all, Ariana has
she looks amazing.
She really has. I don't know if it's just because her life is just taken off and she's just, has
She's
that
like-
happy.
she's glowing.
She has the high pro glow.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
she's
she
like,
does.
the
She
high pro
does.
glow that the dogs have when they're running and their coats are all shiny. It was a commercial back in, 10 years ago, whatever. But she's
Right.
got the high pro glow. Like
Yeah, she does.
looks amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Her life is good. And you know what else won everything too? Baby reindeer. Hello, baby reindeer.
Yes.
That and she was like, that terrified me, and I can't even watch it.
No, I watched I think 2 episodes and then
Oh.
we had to turn it off. I
It
was
was
just
too-
like, you know what,
it's
this
too
is
dark for me
getting in
sometimes.
a weird place.
You're
like,
right. Too
no-
dark. I need to
no
keep it
thanks.
like
Some
light and
people
airy.
love it.
Oh
and
my
obviously-
God! Obviously,
Yeah, obviously.
I need to keep it light and airy.
Same. I'm
But
the same.
I know that I loved that I thought he was very inspirational when he was giving his speech, and he was like, look, my life
Yeah.
was nothing 10 years ago. Because the man has been, obviously, he was stalked by this woman who the
Right,
girl won the
right.
Emmy for. I'm sorry, I don't know her name right now.
Right.
But her, and then just he was sexually abused. I mean, he's really,
Yeah.
he's been down a road, that guy.
Yes.
And he turned around and turned his, tragedy into Emmys,
Look at
into
this.
art,
I know. Oh,
So
yeah.
rock and roll. I think his name is
Good for him.
Gad. Is it Paul Gad? I'm probably wrong.
God, I
probably
should
something
know.
in that vein. But anyway, that was another great thing. So
Yeah.
anyway, the Emmys was great.
Yes.
And what else? What else is
Well, I think
tickled?
we're
It's been a
gonna-
long
'cause,
week.
I mean, this is a real thing, and everyone is watching it. So
Talk
we're
to
going
me.
to talk about it, and we're just going to briefly review this. I think
Oh.
we should. The Secret Life
Uh,
of Mormon Wives. The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives.
Okay. Well, we
on
both
Hulu.
have watched the first 2 episodes, right?
Right.
So why don't we just give our first impressions of these first 2 episodes, and
Okay.
next week we'll watch episodes 3 and 4.
Yes.
And we'll talk about those.
And we'll keep going through it like
All right,
that.
you go first. What is your first impression of these psycho bunnies?
Oh, God. Now, I mean,
Oh, my
really, I
God.
mean, you know about the Mormon life. Like, if you're watching the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, you kind of get an idea of what goes on
Right.
there.
And by the
right?
way, I've got nothing
So-
against the Mormons. it's these
No,
girls that
it's
are
these girls.
woohoo.
Oh God. Well, first of all, to me, they all look alike. Okay, there's 8 girls. I think I got that right. Eight girls are on the show.
They're all
They-
babe-arama.
They all look
They're
like
all hot and
babies.
young.
Oh, they're babes. Yeah, they're like beautiful girls.
Hot
to
and
me,
young.
They all look like teenagers. I mean, they're all
They
like
do.
20s.
Maybe it's because we're really
like
old.
30 and under, right? They're all
Yeah.
30 and
I know. 30
they
and
look
under.
like babies, and they all have children, and they're all
But that's
married,
the thing.
divorced.
They get married like you pee. Like
Like
it's just a daily bodily function. Not married. I mean pregnant. They're like boing,
Oh,
boing,
boing, like,
boing, boing.
It's just a thing. Like it's just like, oh yeah, I'm pregnant, or yeah, I have 3 kids. or
I
2
can't. I
kids.
can't even.
Yeah, it's.
I didn't have
yeah.
my first baby and my first and only until I was 41. And it was like, holy crap. Like, what? You have how many kids? My
I
wedding?
was 38 when I had my first.
I
And
mean,
was
yeah,
like,
we're on the other end of the
this is a
spectrum
huge
here.
Deal.
We're on the other end.
Oh, God.
But wait, okay, so
So I mean, it's we're just getting started on it, so we got to see where this goes. I'm taken in by this.
I'm taken in, of
entertained.
course.
Yeah,
It's trash though.
It's trash.
It
It's
is
trash
it is
TV.
it
I
is
mean,
trash. It is 90 day
Oof.
it's TLC trash worthy.
Yes,
I mean,
yeah,
it
I
is
think-
beyond like the bottom of the barrel. Bottom of the barrel shiznit. Like holy crap.
Well, I think we're gonna review this as we go along, but I think we should just talk about the girls. And
Well,
who they
here
are.
let me just give my impression.
The little bio I have on the ones. There's just so many, and they all like I said,
But
they all
they're-
kind of look
well,
alike.
let me give my first impression, right?
Tell me.
So my whole thing was like, okay, why is this so huge? Okay, why is everybody into the? Okay, they were swinging, but they're all freaking hot little tamales.
They're hot.
I
They
see
are.
this Taylor, and she's like, mhm. She's hot
Yeah.
and crazy.
And crazy.
And that's what
Well, that is
that's what
good
the women
reality
like to watch. The
TV.
men want to, see her shaking her little tail feather.
Of course.
Chicks are like, holy crap, you are nuts. Like, whoa. And like, she goes from like the first episode where she's like, I don't know, like the whole mom talk. And then the
Yep.
whole like, okay, the
Yep.
mom talkers. And then like, second episode, she's arrested for domestic violence on the new boyfriend. It's like, I think his name is Dakota.
It's Dakota.
Is it Dakota? Okay, so like she's arrested for like beating up Dakota, and then like
God.
she's knocked up. It's like what?
Yeah. Oh, well, where did that come from? I mean, what was
She was just telling her-
divorced 3 months, and she's with this
And
new
she's
guy,
just telling her mom
pregnant?
like, "Mama has something to tell you," and the mom's like, "Oh yeah, what?
what
like,
is it?
Have you talked to the bishop?" And then she was like, "Well, I need to take a pregnancy test." It's like. Is this what they talk about all day long? They must be like, I'm knocked up again.
Got
Oop,
another one coming.
I'm knocked up again. But I just know about the bishop, like from watching Sister Wives. Okay, there I said it. I confessed.
Yes.
I am a Sister Wives watcher for like the last 10 years, and I am sucked into these
Yeah.
other group of freaking psychopaths.
Oh, gosh.
However, but they're always talking about the bishop, and they never get involved. Like whatever.
Uh,
But I know why. It's
Yeah.
trash TV.
Yeah.
They're hot,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
young, sex,
Uh-huh.
and there it is. There it is for you.
Yep.
Laid out. So that is and little psycho bunny. Like
Yeah.
I
Oh,
do like
ooh.
Whitney, the other like mom talk who's trying to take over. I
think
kind of
she's
like her.
second. Like I think Taylor is first in command in terms of the
But
leader
I
of this
like
group.
her.
Whitney is kind of
There's a little
like,
tug of war
line
there.
To line there with her. Yeah.
Tug of war.
Yeah.
However, I do
like her too.
I am very frightened for Whitney because her husband,
She's on Tinder.
excuse me, he's like a porn addict.
Oh
like
God.
like the whole business, like he's an addict, and he's always like, glory be to God or whatever. And meanwhile,
Yeah.
he's like, I feel bad for her because like
Yeah.
she's 20, whatever. She's got 2 kids, and now
Yeah.
she's like, this is what she's connected to, and he's not cute. She's pretty.
Yes.
I don't
yes.
know. My head was spinning. I was like
Oh
the chick from The Exorcist.
Yeah, like-
my head was turning around like. What is this? What is happening on the show?
Well, it was a lot. I mean, I'm sure
my
as the season
God.
goes on,
Mom
we're going
talk.
to see a lot of things
Mom talk.
unfold. Mom talk. But it was a lot to take in. I mean, like I
It
was
was.
trying to follow it all. I was invested in it right away.
I was
like,
too.
where is this going?
But it's
Who
so
are
trash.
these people? There are so many of
It's
them.
such trash. But one is cuter than the next
one is
and
cuter
hotter
than-
than the next. And that is
Yes.
what is driving this.
Oh, I
Let's-
think totally. I
let's
mean,
be
these
honest.
girls, like they all have like thousands, if not some of them, I think millions of followers on TikTok. I mean, they're like a sensation.
Well, the mom talk, that was the whole
The
thing.
mom
and
talk,
and all
TikTok
of them,
thing.
by the way, did you see them all be like, who's the breadwinner in your house? And
Yeah.
all of them raised their hands. They're like,
Yeah.
isn't it funny how we're the breadwinner? It's like,
Yeah.
what are your little like psychotic husbands doing all
I
day?
know.
Just watching your little tight
I think they're
butts?
reaping the benefits.
You know, well, they are. Like, don't you think they might want to get a job? Like,
They probably don't have to. And, you know, now they've got this show, and we know we're going to get a season 2. So, I mean, this is going to keep going.
it's truly trash, but we
It's
will.
trash. It's
We're gonna
real-
watch
I would
3
say
and 4.
It's Real Housewives light. Like, it's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
exactly Real Housewives.
No.
It's Real Housewives
It's
light.
it's TLC all day.
It's TLC style.
Oh,
Yes,
well,
you're
it's
correct.
just bottom, like
Yeah.
bottom tier,
Nothing is
bottom
getting
feeder.
glossed over on this show
No.
that we see. Like, you gloss it
just
over on
unbelievable.
the Real Housewives here and there, but you're not seeing that here. And they're younger. So, you know, on Real Housewives, you got a more mature
But they also seem like
cast. This is not a
ditzy,
mature
like
cast. This is a young cast.
yeah.
So
Oh, they're young,
they're young.
and they're
yeah.
fucking up.
And there's no polish.
So
there.
it's
There's
fun.
no polish.
Well, not on Taylor.
No.
I think Whitney, but Whitney's got other problems. But-
Yeah. But I was just going to read the names down. So
Yeah,
we've
read
got
the names, yeah.
Demi, an absolutely gorgeous girl. We don't know much about
wait,
her too much
and the
yet.
who's the Ben Affleck cousin?
Oh, so it's Jen Affleck. She's married to Ben Affleck's cousin.
So she's not related to the Afflecks. She's
no,
married
I think
to
her
it.
husband is.
All right.
I think that's.
But you know
then
what? I could see Ben being like, because he's psycho.
Yeah. Well,
I could see Ben being like, bring
a
those
little crazy.
little honeys over here, or making a little trip on the PJ, on the private jet out to Utah, and being like,
yeah.
bring over mom talk. Let's
why
get some TikTok with the mom talk.
So we got that. We got Jen Affleck. We've got this girl Jessie, who's the hair girl.
Oh yeah, Jessie.
Jizz
I like
hair.
Jessie.
Yeah,
I like Jessie.
her. She's like.
Well, she's the one who has the yeah.
the
She's got the
Jay-Z
hair. She's got the
or
hair. Yeah.
something like that.
Yes,
the hair
yes.
extension company. We've got Michaela. She had her first child when she was 16. And I think
That's
she
right.
has 3 kids.
I was like,
and she's got some kind
damn.
of skin condition. Absolutely
16.
beautiful girl. She had her first child
It's
when she was
almost.
16.
It's like it's child brides here.
Well, she went against the Mormon church because she had sex before marriage.
Oh
That's
right.
why
They,
she had
and
her
by the way, they
baby
all
at
did.
16.
And the whole thing was a freaking swinging scandal.
Oh, the swinging.
Which is so they're
scandal.
young, hot, and swinging. It's young, hot sex. Come on.
I think that, you know, when you've got so much shelter
we know
and
why.
rules,
Right.
they're going to break out and go wild. And that's what these
Good
girls
for
did.
them. They should be
And they
going
did
wild.
mom
Who
talk.
wants
Yeah,
to mom
swinging.
talk? TikTok, mom talk. Even though TikTok may be going on its way out by January. I saw that on the news last night. It might just be on its little way. Bye bye.
You hear things all the time about
But they
TikTok.
say
It's like hard
I
to
don't know.
follow
But it
what's
was
gonna
in
happen,
right. But
and
TikTok.
we
You
got-
don't stop.
Yeah,
Potty
they
rock.
Don't stop. Then you got Layla and Macy, and these are all the girls. They all look alike to me. Like I keep
They
saying,
do.
it.
They're
all
they're very
young
pretty.
girls, and you know they all got
And
storylines.
they've all popped out kids, and I don't even care that they're young. Their bodies are still
Unbelievable.
rocking.
Yes.
like
every
I
one
don't
of
see
them.
I didn't see anybody in the first 2 episodes going to a gym. So that's just God given. Is that like the Mormons?
Maybe
like
it's the water.
they just
there.
have
I
like the
don't know.
Mormon like body slam because it's banging. I mean,
Yeah.
these bodies are banging. I will say though, same with like when I watched Salt Lake City,
Yeah.
Housewives, and haven't really watched too much of it, but like I hate the background. I hate the way like the sun hits the earth in that part of the country. Like I don't know why. It's always like
I know
maybe
what
it's
you're
just
talking
too
about.
bright outside. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
But it's just like it's too much cool tones. It's too much cool tones. I like a warm tone.
Okay.
On the TV, it comes off very cool tone.
Yeah.
And by the way, I've been to Sundance Film Festival
I'm
many a
sure.
time,
Yeah, okay.
and it is gorgeous. I've been to
Gorgeous.
You fly into Salt Lake, gorgeous place. I
Yeah.
mean, beautiful. But when I watch it on the TV, I'm like, ooh, it looks blue and nasty on television. Like it looks cold. Everybody looks blue.
Yeah.
Like I'm not a huge fan, but
Well, you look at it and you look at the scenery and you go, wow, and it looks like God's country.
I mean,
right?
it is
It
God's
really
country. The
does.
mountains,
It's
the
just
snow,
the mountains, the snow. But that might be what it is. It's that you're looking at mountains and you're looking at snow and you're looking at a lot of white, and
Yeah,
then you
it's
see
just-
like a clear blue sunny sky. So you're kind of like, this is
nothing wrong with a
different-
clear blue sky, but
Yeah.
maybe it's because it kind of looks cloudy, and then it kind of
okay.
just everybody gets that bluish look to them. It's not like the pink warmth, you know what I mean? It's like, you know, they always say like little babies, little boys always don't look as healthy because they're in the blue.
Yeah.
Little girls look pink and
Yeah, and
warm and cozy.
bright.
Exactly.
Yes.
It's always like, ooh, they don't look as healthy. It's because of the color. So I think it's the blue tones. I think
Okay,
it's the
there you
blue
go.
tones that come off on camera.
Yeah. Yeah.
Either way, it is a beautiful place, but it gives
Okay.
me kind of the weirds when I watch it. I'm like, why is everybody looking blue? Why does
Well,
everybody
the
look
show
like a
is
little boy?
weird, and I think that's why we're invested in it a little bit. So we'll see where this
what?
weirdness goes.
Eek. And
because
she's having
what happens there does not happen in the rest
and
of the
it's
country.
so
you're-
psycho with this guy Dakota, yet they're having a baby.
Yeah. Oh,
like,
God.
and then
I
she's like,
mean-
"Well, I'll have the baby, and he'll be around to help me." I'm like,
Yeah,
well,
like-
they have these babies like they're sneezing,
Like,
like,
it's-
"Pachonk, here comes
Like
another one.
they went home and got a sandwich. They're like, I got a sandwich. Oh, I'm having a baby. You know, it's just
yeah,
like
exactly. Just like you pee every day, they're like, yeah, we're gonna be pregnant
a
again.
baby.
Sure,
Yeah,
why
like,
not?
oh, I got a
Let's
couple
have
kids.
like 10 by the time we're done.
Yeah, why not? She's got 2 kids from her first marriage. Anyway, so we shall continue to cover it. I think it's definitely, I could see why everyone is so interested in this.
I can too. Young, hot, sexy babes.
Oh, yes. Who doesn't like to watch that? And then we're just going to go into a little bit of other news. Jax's latest podcast.
Jaxie baby.
Okay,
Jaxie
so
boy.
I was very taken in by this, and I'm
still wary of Jaxie boy.
I am too, but he won me over like 1% listening to
A little bit.
this. He's a little humbled.
He's just a little, but
little
why
bit.
do we always have to get everything? Pardon me. Why do we always have to get everything of Jax? Like, why can't
Yeah.
Jax just go through this without having to be like, no, I told you, it's like Sermon on the Mount, Jax.
Yeah.
I am now the Moses of bipolar, and I'm standing on the mountain, and I'm going to shout it to the rooftops, and I'm going to help everyone that I can. It's like, okay, Jax, you're not the first person to be like bipolar
No.
2, which is basically Zippo. It's
Yeah.
basically just like a mood disorder of the garden variety. It's nothing
Yeah.
crazy. Like, but Jax is like, oh no, I found out so much about myself. And blah, 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 blah.
In 30 days. I mean, that's the part where I'm
The
kind of
medicine
like,
hasn't
you
even
were there
kicked
for
in
30
yet.
days. You came out. All of a sudden, you're the moral compass for
Right.
bipolar.
That's what I
and,
mean. Like,
you know,
that's what annoys
anger
me about
issues.
him.
I know what you're saying.
But
I'm very self-righteous.
Yeah, but right. But in the same breath, okay, good. But guess what? You blew your marriage. Like, where am I getting like where are you like gonna say to Brittany? As a matter of fact, he did say in that, like, I want to talk about relationships next, because he's talking to his life coach.
Yeah,
Who
right.
becomes like a therapist, but it's a
Yeah.
life coach. I don't know. I do think, like, we were just talking real quick before we started, and he was like, "Are you a narcissist?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'm absolutely a narcissist. I didn't know that I was a narcissist, but I'm a narcissist. I
See,
breadcrumb."
and I appreciated
I guess,
that he
like-
admitted it.
Yeah, no,
You know, if he said, I don't think
Yeah.
I'm a narcissist because, you know, I don't do this and I don't do that. He completely owned
no,
up to it.
It's good.
So
It is good.
you
But
did
I
appreciate
think
that.
I did. At the same time, though, I'm still pissed at him because he blew it with Brittany and he treated her like such an ass.
Oh,
And he
yeah.
could have gone to therapy. Like, he did. On Vanderpump Rules, he did, obviously. But if you're going to therapy on camera, let's be honest.
You're doing it for the camera.
Come on. But you're also not going to get deep into your deep, dark.
Yeah.
It's therapy, but it's not real therapy. And he
Yeah.
obviously never continued after the
No.
1 or 2 times that he went. So he fucked it up so bad with Brittany. My heart breaks for her. It just does.
Oh, me too.
It just breaks for her.
Yeah.
And why couldn't you have done this 5 years ago? Because maybe you could still be married to her. You broke this girl's heart in a million pieces.
Who really loves him, by
Yeah,
the way.
exactly.
You know she really loves this
She
guy.
really loved him.
And really wanted to make it work.
And thank God he took his his skinny ass out of the house finally.
Finally.
And he's so, but of
and
course,
I think he's living where Tom Schwartz is, right?
he's living right next door to Schwartz.
There you go. Well, you know what? Good.
Schwartzy.
You know, good. Go back there.
And he's like, it's good having him if I need, him to watch whatever. Not like Tom sitting at home. I mean, he's got a 20-something-year-old girlfriend. Like,
yeah.
they're out and about or they're home and you're not
Yeah.
knocking on the door. You know what I mean? However, I love that he left the house.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so happy he did that. And of course, he was like my friends at Wayfair. So now he's probably gotten the whole thing. He's like, they did a great job with a Cruz's room. So now, like he's getting the rooms done. Like,
Okay.
and he's like, and he posted the other day and he was like, oh, I'm in my like home decor era. And he's sitting there in front of like this, like weird face, a painting with like faces put together, like the complexity of Jax.
Yeah.
Like a face with an eye here and a mouth over here, blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
So, I mean, I do give him a little bit of credit.
A little bit.
But
let him continue to go down this path.
I want to
Let's
see
see
him.
where he is a year from now.
Right. I want to
or
see
2
him
years from
really
now.
not talk. I want to don't see him talk about it. I want to see you.
Let's see the action.
Let's see the action. Let's
Yes.
put your money where your mouth is. Shut up.
Yeah.
And but I do love the fact that he moved out, but I wish he would have kept his lid shut about it.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I mean? Like, I
Yeah.
love that he gave Brittany the house.
Yeah.
Like, that was
Oh.
her safe place. I'm
Yes.
so happy he did that.
Yeah.
However,
For her to have to move out and get
Oh, that was
Airbnbs,
disgusting.
I mean, you just
that was gross.
it just made him look worse and worse, and worse.
So
It
I love
really
that he
did.
finally took ownership, but did he
Yeah.
have to go to the sanitarium
to figure that
for
out.
him to do that? Do you
Yeah.
know what I mean? Why couldn't he just have been a gentleman?
Mm-hmm.
You're 45 years old.
Yeah.
Come
Yeah.
on,
I
buddy.
mean, really.
Come on.
Look, it's never too late.
No, it isn't.
And
It isn't. You're
they
right.
just wrapped filming, by the way, for The Valley. So we're not going to see him at his best in this season.
Well, it's all
because
heavily
it's gonna
documented.
Be all
yeah.
this,
Yeah.
but we'll see how it looks down the road. So okay.
You know what's funny? I saw on somebody's Instagram, I think it was Brittany's Instagram.
Yeah.
Michelle, like, made up.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
Oh,
Like,
she's beautiful.
gorgeous.
Yeah,
Like,
she is.
I didn't think she was that pretty. I mean, I thought she was pretty naturally. Like, she was never really made.
Yeah, she is.
Oh my
yeah.
God. She was there with makeup on, and I'm like, whoa.
Wow,
Like,
yeah.
mama.
Mhm.
Like, it just
Yeah.
stunning.
Yes.
And I mean, makeup does a lot. Let's
Yeah.
just say that. But she
Yeah.
looked, always fresh and pretty, kind of
Yes.
younger, but like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Like, head turner.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that
Well, I'm
other
excited
dipshit.
to see like her storyline too, where she's
Kristen's
going
now
with her new
engaged, as we talked
beau.
about.
Yep.
Oh
So,
my God.
I know. It's going to be great. I can't wait for it to come out. It's probably going to be early next year, right?
Yeah,
And
no,
didn't
it'll
it come
be-
out
yeah.
February this year?
It'll be somewhere
so
along
it'll
there.
be around that time.
And
that's
you're
good.
catching up on Southern Charm too.
Oh,
I talked to Dan today,
I
and he was like, "We're catching up."
absolutely
That's Kristen's husband, and they're almost caught up on Southern Charm.
almost caught up. We are late to the party. Why didn't I watch
My
the show
favorite,
sooner?
favorite,
it is
favorite.
unbelievably good. I think it really is my favorite.
It's
out
the
of
best.
Everything on Bravo.
It's the best.
It's
It truly
the
is. All
best.
those back in the T-Rav days.
Yes. Oh,
T-Rav, come on,
epic.
come
Epic.
on.
I mean,
I
they're
mean,
just so
I
good.
hate T-Rav though. He
Yeah.
ruined poor little
He
little
ruined
Catherine.
her. I know.
He
I
ruined
know.
that poor woman.
He did.
What a beautiful, young,
I know.
gorgeous girl. But
Yeah.
let's not go back down to the past. That's in the past.
We can talk. That's coming in December. I
Oh,
can't
can't wait. Can't wait.
Can't wait. The other two pieces of things I wanted to
What do
bring
we got?
up is that
What do we got?
this is big in the Bravo world right now. So Dr. Nicole from the
Dr.
Real Housewives
Nicole.
of Miami.
Yes.
She is one of the most popular housewives. She is not going to be filming. for this
Paging Dr.
season.
Nicole.
It doesn't say that
Dr.
she
Nicole.
completely quit.
Paging Dr. Nicole.
But she had to take a break away.
Why
because
is she breaking
she's
away?
dealing with postpartum
Oh,
anxiety.
oh,
because
yes,
she
I read
had
about
her
this.
baby in April, I think, or
How
March
old
or
is she?
April.
Is she like a young
She's-
mom or
she's
like a
young.
medium mom?
She's medium. She's like I say
30
late
something.
30s.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
she's. I mean, I feel like many people are having their babies in their mid to late
Yeah.
30s now.
Yes.
It's not. Back in
That's a
when we
good
were
thing.
kids, it was like, what? You're pregnant at 34?
like, oh, you're having an
What?
pregnancy.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
come on.
Yeah.
It's
No.
no.
It's the norm now.
So she's taking a break.
She's taking a break away from Real Housewives. Maybe she'll return, but I don't think for the season that they're filming right now.
You know what? Good for her. If she
So-
needs to go have a mental health and
Yeah,
have time with her
she's got a
baby,
lot going on.
let her go.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
better off.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day,
yeah.
Bravo's not there for you
Yes.
when you're not. I'm not saying that they're bad or anything, but it's a TV show.
Yeah.
You know, and they're
Oh, there's priorities in your life. You have to put
right.
your
You have to
priorities
look out for
there.
yourself. You have
Absolutely.
to advocate for yourself.
Yes. Yes.
Totally.
So the show will do okay without her. She's popular. Everyone likes her, but it'll be fine. It's still a very good cast. So I am looking forward. They're filming that right now too.
Miami.
And,
Miami.
What Miami?
Living in Miami.
So good. And then finally, I just wanted to bring up Real Housewives of Potomac. Which is going to be coming out soon, and I can't wait because that's one of my
Potomac's
favorites.
got a lot of loyal fans.
Oh,
People that are Potomac fans are loyal.
loyal.
It might
It's
not have the
so
biggest
good.
following, but I think it has probably, I don't know about, but I'm going to say very loyal fans.
Well,
When
you've
you
got
see
some
online,
iconic housewives on that one.
that's the dame, right?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, the
Grand
dame. The
Dame,
Grand
who we
Dame.
love, Karen.
Karen.
I can't wait to see what she's up to.
The
But
Grand Dame.
Candace Dillard, who left because she and her husband are having a baby, and she's got a lot going on with her.
So
music
another one.
career.
Good for you.
Good for her. She's having a boy, so that came out. So I think she's going to be
Aw.
having her baby soon.
Bobby.
So that's exciting.
That's exciting.
And I would love to see her eventually come back, but she's not a Real Housewife right now. She did leave the show.
Is she going to be a friend of, or is she?
I don't think she's on filming at all. Nothing. So she just walked
what?
away from it.
Better off. You're
Yeah,
having a
yeah.
baby. Enjoy this time.
Oh yeah.
Who wants a camera crew in
It's
their
her
face
first
while
baby,
you're
so yes,
like postpartum?
no,
misery.
let her go through her thing.
You know what I mean?
And
Not
her
even.
her career is really taking off with her music career.
Oh,
so,
wow. Great.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. So Potomac.
Yes. Oh, and I
Oof.
can't wait for tomorrow. I would say out of every housewife show, even though it does have a very loyal following, I feel like it's underrated. It's just so good, that one.
Potomac. Let me
It's
tell you, I
underrated.
feel like that
it's
too.
such a great housewife show.
Hold
I
on.
love
You
it.
know what? We're drinking the decoy tonight, and I
Yeah.
feel like I need just a little top off. Do you feel like you
Please.
need a top off?
I'm
I'm
good
running to
right
the fridge.
now,
Hold
but
on. You
it's
bring up our
excellent.
next. What are we talking about next?
Okay, so after that, I think we should just go right into Real Housewives and talk about episode 10, which I thought was a great episode. This might have been one of my favorite episodes so far this season. It was very, very good.
I liked it too. I thought it was a good episode.
It was. You know
I
what? They covered a lot in this episode. All the ladies traveled together.
I want to beat
They
Katie
separated
with
a little
pole.
bit on the trip.
I
but
want to beat
think
Katie with a pole. I want to
Okay.
beat Katie down with a pole.
I
Shut up,
think
Katie.
Katie went from
Shut up.
she started out and I really did like her. I still
I still like her. I still like her.
She's still likable.
She's wasted though.
She's got good confessionals. She's sharp.
She's funny. She's
She's
pretty.
She's witty.
smart.
Yeah.
She's got, but
She's got
wasted
all the
on
things
this
you
Heather
need to
thing.
be a good housewife, but she chose the
Wasted.
wrong storyline to go in with.
Absolutely. But
Yeah,
again,
I
the
think.
producers are pushing her there. But
All
again,
right,
this
but
week,
it's not working.
no. But again,
No.
this week with the I'm gonna talk to Heather.
Yeah, enough.
After their wait, were they the ones that were doing the bells in the desert? The bells like boing, in the forest meditation or whatever.
The forest meditation.
I was like, oh no, please don't
they
bring it
were
up.
both doing that.
Please don't bring it up. And then Heather was like,
Yeah, she had to bring
we're
it up.
backpedaling, Katie.
Yeah.
We're backpedaling.
She had to school Katie a little bit, I think.
But I agree. If I was Heather, I'd be like,
No.
shut up.
oh God, I don't want
Shut
to
up.
talk about this.
We've
No,
already talked about it.
Heather brought up a good point to her. Or she brought a good point up in her confessional. She said, if Katie just went up and said, Heather, I messed up.
right.
I'm
I don't
sorry.
wanna-
That would have
this
been
is
it.
stupid. This
and
isn't
I'm sure
me.
Heather would have said,
Right.
no problem. Let's move forward.
Right. This is stupid. This is not me. I'm not this petty little baloney. Blah,
And
blah,
she's
blah.
pulling Gina into it now, which is
Gina,
making
Gina.
me get upset with her. Why are you pulling Gina
Oh my
into
God.
this?
Gina took it down, though, at the end.
She did
She
and
took it
defended
down.
herself well.
She did. And I'm
but
glad. And Heather.
Tamra is
Tamra's-
instigating this.
Tamra is such
She's
POS
going dirty. She
piece
is dirty
of
this season.
shiznit this season. She really is. Tamara,
She is dirty. I'm getting more and more disappointed with her with every episode.
I'm disappointed in
I am. She's
Tamara.
doing. You know what she's doing?
But I'm
She's
not
kinda
surprised.
Doing,
Ooh,
no,
I'm not surprised.
she's doing a Lisa Rinna. Lisa Rinna in her
Lisa.
last season on The Housewives.
Horrible.
She was horrible.
They told
And
her to
Tamara's
hit the road.
She's reminding me of that.
Yeah,
I don't know.
well,
There's
it's
a little bit of
it's shameless, is what it is.
Yeah,
it's
is.
completely shameless.
I know.
They don't care.
No.
Whatever the producers tell them to do, they're like, "Oh, I'll do it. I'll
Yeah.
do it. I'll do it."
Yeah.
And it'll ultimately get Tamara the
Yeah.
boot. It'll
Well,
ultimately give her the boot because
yeah.
she's
gotta
probably the
be
most
careful.
hated on
I'm
that
like,
show
I'm
right now.
Slightly worried for her.
No,
right
she's
now.
probably the most
Like,
hated
if
on there.
they were going to
right
have
now.
a BravoCon this year, she would get booed. I feel like
I'd tell her
Lisa
to
Rinna
stay
did.
home. I'd be like, Tamara,
I
don't
was like,
show.
Don't go to BravoCon. I mean, in a way, she's lucky they're not having one. So
No, I agree.
it's not. But if we walk through the scenes really quick, so it starts with Emily having her talk with Alexis. Now, I think that this was really good of Emily to do this.
It was actually.
And she called her out
like mom
on
to
how
mom,
she's being
mom to mom,
Yes.
woman to woman.
yeah.
Like, come on, girl.
It's
what are you doing to this
salacious,
woman?
It's
Come
dirty,
on.
all the stuff that you're saying about Shannon. And Alexis, of course, again, is getting defensive about it.
Because
and,
Johnny
nobody
J,
knows
Johnny
my
J.
side.
It's all Johnny J.
Yeah,
But
and I can't put the toothpaste back in the tube.
Hold
All
on. What I
right.
will say though, just to like put a pause on that.
Yeah.
Katie, I believe it was on Watch What Happens Live when she was on. No, it was somewhere. I mean, it was either online or
Well, Katie and Alexis
were on Watch
it.
What.
Yeah.
It was a clip I saw.
Okay.
And basically,
Yeah.
Katie was like, "Look, who did somebody in her family pass away? Yeah, somebody passed away." And she was like, "You know what? Besides Jen
Yeah.
Pedranti, she was like, Alexis reached out to me, sent flowers, like nobody else did."
Okay.
And she was like, she is a very sweet girl at the root of it. So I just think she's just put herself in the wrong spot.
Well, it's
She's
you know
put
what?
herself all about John, and that's it.
You know what it is? I think that's it. What Alexis is saying though is that the production is just showing the scenes where she's just talking about Sean.
Which I don't.
She said there is so much more I'm talking
Well,
about.
and by the way,
all they're doing is it's the way it's being
right.
produced.
It's way
Yeah.
you're edited.
It's the way it's edited. Yeah.
Right. And
I
you know
think
what?
That she's probably right about
And
that.
I agree
So
with
you
that.
do
They
have to
probably
say that's
are
production.
just
It's not.
using that.
Okay.
But at the same time, you still have
But
to
she's
talk
still
about
talking about it.
Right. And it was still a lot.
It's still a lot. She's Johnny J's cheerleader.
right. It's just.
And you know what?
Oh, and he
She's-
was there, of course, and
he
he's
was
sitting
in the
there,
audience,
and
like,
he
was
just
sitting there looking like Darth Vader a little bit. I mean, I was just like, please,
Johnny.
he's got the perfect girl with her because, again, she's a little bit of a dum dum lollipop.
Dum dum lollipop.
There we go.
Dum dum lollipop.
And you know, for him, I think she's very impressionable.
Of course,
So it's like he's like, I got the perfect lady. She's gonna be my cheerleader.
my lady.
I'm gonna tell her everything. She's gonna absorb
lady.
it and be like, John, I got you. I love you.
Right.
I got you. I'm gonna talk about that.
And I think she really is a nice girl because if Heather is really that type with her, granted they have the kids and they have all the
Yeah.
transgender and or gay or what
yeah.
have you, which is a
Yes.
wonderful thing to bond over.
Yes.
She's got to be a nice person because Heather, for as snooty as she can be, fancy pants,
Yeah.
she's cool. Like, she's got to have something about her that's endearing,
Yes.
She
She has
And I'm
to,
sure she
for
does.
Heather to be such good friends with her.
Exactly.
And I think pretty much the other ladies like her. I know Tamara, of course, is friends with her too, but it does, with her and Emily talking, at least she didn't wind up going to dinner that night.
Yeah.
Emily, she was like, I don't think I should go to dinner. And Emily's
She's like,
okay.
I sat in my room for 10 hours, 13 hours, talking to John Jansen.
But
Blah.
look, you know what? For Shannon's sake, I think that was good. She needed to be at a dinner where she
Yeah,
could just sort of let her hair
Shannon-
down a little bit.
Shannon
with the ladies.
was
She wouldn't have let her hair down with
very-
Alexis there.
Shannon was a woman on the edge. I mean,
Oh.
she's telling us.
Yeah.
However, she really,
Yes.
I felt for Shannon.
Yes.
Like, she shouldn't have been on camera. I mean, it was,
It was,
then
she,
it was
alone. She is
touch
someone
and go.
who really, she wears her emotions on her sleeve.
yeah,
I think that's what makes her.
it was touch and go.
That's what makes her who she is. That's Shannon. That's why she's an interesting housewife. She is super
she's-
emotional.
And she
She
can be
always
very
was.
level-headed.
Yeah.
when she wants to be.
Yeah.
And then she can be, whoa,
Yeah.
whoa. And then she's also very relatable when she's like,
Yeah.
I can't do it. Like, and Heather's like, what? She's sleeping at 12:30 in the afternoon? I'm like, Heather, the woman is like literally on the edge.
Yeah.
And like, don't call her out for being asleep at 12:30.
Oh, yeah.
Like, we know you're never going to sleep till 12:30, Heather.
Yeah.
But maybe like something might drive you.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
And then, I don't know. So,
well, they do, the next day they do go to this forest therapy. Now, I have to say, Shannon did arrive. She came late.
She made it.
She looked like she rolled. I mean, she did roll out of bed, right? I mean, she was a disheveled
She looked
mess.
like she won a couple of rounds with Tyson. She definitely was like, what? The hair.
Like,
She's like, I couldn't
what am I
find
doing
it.
here? She had that cough.
She's like, I couldn't find a hairbrush. I was like, oh crap. And especially when you have extensions, which Shannon has, they get so knotted. Like, eek. I'm like, they're like coming out the back like a
felt for her.
Like a snake.
Oh man, this woman is a mess.
Yeah, she
right
was a
now.
little bit of a disaster.
That whole trip had to be hard for her from beginning.
Well,
to
she's got to sit across from that woman. And then she's like, I'm never going to be in the same room with Alexis again. And she's like, well, except for tomorrow. Except for tomorrow.
Yeah, right.
Because we have to do we have to do it.
So Tamra,
The fashion
Alexis,
show.
Emily, and Gina make biscuits.
Biscuit-
So
oh,
that
that
was fun.
It's
to
all the
see.
fake-
It was making me. I always say this when I see food on these shows. It was making me hungry.
But all the fake,
I wanted a biscuit.
like all the fake things they do, it's just like biscuit making. And then
we're gonna make biscuits.
but it was funny too, like we'll get to it, but it was funny when Emily was like, well, I wish I just didn't eat that giant biscuit. And she's so mad. She's like, oh, I
poor
would have known. And
Emily.
she told me to bring my own jeans. And apparently that will pop up next
That's
week.
gonna come up next
Because
week.
Emily's upset.
Yeah.
But I mean, I really felt for Emily because
Oh.
she's obviously has issues, but you're kind of leading the convo. So let me follow with you and follow along.
No, I mean, well, the thing with when they were making the biscuits, I mean, okay, so now Alexis, I think she had her 13 hours of doing nothing, waiting in her room.
Oh,
So now they're
God.
making biscuits.
Oh,
so
God in heaven.
she does say to everybody, I feel bad that I put everybody in this position. So
Yeah, which was
she's
cool,
feeling,
I
mean,
think.
it was a little bit appreciated. Was it sincere? Maybe. Was she realizing, you know what? I think I am starting to go too far and the viewers are probably going to be seeing this.
I felt
So
bad for the biscuit
that's what
lady.
I'm thinking.
The poor biscuit
Oh,
one
she
was
was
like,
looking
are
like,
we
what?
all good in the
You guys are
biscuit?
crazy.
Yeah, and then I felt bad for the biscuit lady, and they're like, "Oh no, we're fine. You know, it's like, "Rrr." And
Yeah.
where were the other? Where were the other ones? Where were they?
They
when
were in
making?
their forest therapy.
Oh, right, they were in the.
Yeah, they were doing the forest therapy, and Shannon really needed that forest therapy, right?
Shannon, I think Shannon was snoring at one point.
She
I
was
was like, "Are
snoring
you
and coughing.
snoring?" They're like, "Here we are." Oh, that Heather
Poor
was like,
thing.
"Here I am trying," and then she was like,
Well, they're listening
hacking.
to the birds and the
And then you hear the
leaves, and then
hacking
you
of
hear this
Shannon.
Hacking, yeah,
Poor
that was
Shannon.
funny. But I think that Alexis is starting to realize, like, there's a lot going on here, and I'm sorry. So
And then
she's feeling a
Katie-
little bit of remorse.
Katie tries to talk to Heather, and like I said in the beginning, we're going backwards.
Oh, and then
we're
Katie gets shut
backpedaling.
down. She says, she's sorry again.
But
and,
can she
the
just
whole-
shut up? And she's like, I really want Heather to just let me talk it, say it out. But it's like, shut up, Katie. Just let it
But
roll.
also, Katie's trying to say,
She was
it was
set
also
up.
someone else's fault,
Come
i.e.
on.
Gina. And, Heather's kind of like,
But
let's just
I
shut this
love the
down.
way it went down at the end.
I did. I like
loved
that.
it. But
That
we'll
was
get there.
condescending, Heather. But at the now we're at the charity
And then
walk. What did you
Heather-
call? What do you call that?
a runway. But
The
these
charity
fake
runway.
fashion shows that go down on all these shows are just so stupid. And then, of
Yeah.
course, it's the Heather Dubrow, Susan Bender fashion show.
Yes.
You know what? We can never find the right perfect blouse or perfect white blouse or the right black pants. So let's make them, and then we'll give it all to family equality.
Yes.
Great, Heather Dubrow.
But she
Fabulous.
did give a very nice emotional speech.
Well,
and,
I thought it was-
Dr. Terry was
See, but
getting
I
teary-eyed.
I love me some Terry Dubrow.
We all
I
love
love
Terry.
Terry.
Love
But
Terry.
I thought Heather was like, people say that, they're so lucky to have us as parents, but what's their up on them? I was like, okay, Heather,
Yeah.
relax. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I thought that was a little turned up.
Uh-huh.
Thought it was a little like,
Probably.
even though I like Heather and Terry.
Yes.
I do. And I do. And then, she was like, well, I found a true partner in Terry. It's like, we get it.
Yeah.
The Dubros are
I know.
bros. They are like bro, sister and bro.
Yes. Yes. They are such a united front. You're never going to get a couple.
And I freaking love Terry. Like, I would love to be. I mean, Terry is amazing.
Yeah, he is.
So they did their collab.
So and then this is when it gets into with poor Emily.
Poor Emily.
So she got the oversized comment from one.
She didn't want to eat that biscuit. She's like, I shouldn't have eaten that biscuit. They're giving me the big girl clothes.
She's wearing the same dress as Alexis. I think they mean that she's wearing the same dress, but like in her size, right?
And then she's like, it's gonna look like the fat dress on me, and it's gonna be skinny on her.
Then it's like, you're going to wear the big leather jacket. She immediately gets self-conscious.
And then
the stylist says Emily's jacket is oversized.
And then she's like,
had to hear
talk
oversized.
about my arms. But I get it because I have the same issues. And like, by the way, Emily looked great.
Can I say
That's
something?
what's so upsetting about it.
She looked the best.
She's never She's never going to be
gorgeous.
She's never going to be Alexis, who's just naturally tall and
thin.
Jesus jugs.
Yes.
And thinner. Like, it's just not. But
No.
she looked so good, and it breaks my heart that and she's like, why did she tell me to bring my own jeans?
Yeah.
It's like, because she didn't think they'd fit me.
Like
and
it's everyone else was wearing black pants.
But it's not even that. Maybe you just, but it just killed me that she's.
Well, it killed me when she said it hurts my heart. Because,
I know.
She's had this probably her whole life.
Of course
she's
she
been
has.
dealing with her weight.
Of course she has.
So as beautiful as she is, and she looks perfect just the way she is. But
and she looks so pretty.
She is looking at all these women who are a size 2.
And you can't, it's never going to be.
She's a size 10.
It's just like.
Or 12.
And it's just like, I always say, like, if I'm ever watching the Kardashians, right?
Yeah.
And you're looking at Kim Kardashian.
Yeah.
If you are not, what is the Armenian woman of Armenian descent, like they are, like, there are just certain women that are never going to have a butt.
Yeah.
No matter what you do, you're never going to have the Kim butt.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's
not realistic, but it's that's the fashion. You know what I mean? So you're going to go get a BBL, a Brazilian butt lift, get Terry DeBro to slam something in there. You know what I mean?
Probably.
Just meaning like, it's just.
I'm sure he's done many.
It's never going to be.
Yeah.
And they don't even do those because they're so dangerous. Do you know that's the surgery that kills most people?
Is it really?
It really is. It's very, very dangerous.
Yeah, I can imagine.
It's very bad. And then when these women are like, oh, and then I went to, Mexico and had, Dr. Kill me, do it. And it's like, oh my God. What? You're lucky
really
you're alive. But when they show up on Botched and they're like, oh, so the whole implant, they put in a breast implant in my butt and it's moved.
Yeah.
It's like,
and you're sitting, and what if you sit hard and no. That the thought of that's already getting me like, anyway, but Shannon makes a comment that she's very ready to meet Vicky for their show and leave all this negativity behind. She wants to get the heck out of there. But then we get into the Heather and Tamra talk.
Because
so this is where Tamra is instigating
horrible.
The Gina is behind this.
She is no
Katie
friend.
Is innocent thing.
She is no friend to Gina.
No,
basically,
she's
Tamra
not.
tells Katie that Heather said that Gina was basically never get biz from her ever. Like
she has to keep in good graces
right,
with Heather
because
so she can maintain these
right,
real estate connections.
Exactly. And that is so bullshit.
No, it is because Gina and Heather have a true friendship.
And when
so
is
give
she,
me a break.
just like Gina said, when have I ever these non-existent connections that I'm getting from Heather? Like maybe Heather might be like, oh, if you need a realtor, talk to Gina. But it seems like it's never happened.
No.
She's never asked for it.
Yeah.
I did not like that.
No.
Tamra, I did not like that about Katie. She's
I
like, and then Katie was like, Gina's going to hate me forever.
Her nose in a lot of things.
And Katie was like, Gina's going to hate me forever. Well, she should because
she
now you're fucking with her life, with her livelihood.
Because I question this: is Katie making this up? Did Gina really
Well,
set her
Gina's
up?
saying
I don't
it
think
at
she-
the end.
I
Let's
believe
get
Gina.
into it. Let's get into the end where
Yeah.
basically they're talking about it, and you know,
Yeah.
Shannon's like, the whole trip took me over the edge, and it was like,
Yes.
she wanted to talk to Alexis, and she was like, I'm not interested in talking to you.
Oh yeah.
And then
Well, that was.
they get
if
into
we talk
it.
about the Shannon shutting Alexis down,
That was great.
That was the best part of the episode.
Right.
I loved it. Shannon finally got a little bit.
A little chutzpah.
Yeah.
A little like, hey, guess what?
Good for her.
I'm not interested.
Yeah, because, you know, all the shit talking that Alexis has been doing about Shannon, the lawsuit, the video.
Yeah.
I mean, enough is enough. And now all of a sudden, you know, Shannon, I'd like to talk to you so that we can be okay.
Squash the beef. Squash the
Are
beef.
you
No, we're not
kidding me?
squashing any beef. Like,
Yeah.
just let me go.
I'm not
and-
interested. I heard you want to talk to me, and I'm not interested.
Yeah, that was
and Miss
good.
Storms stormed off, and good for her. So, you know, left Alexis kind of high and dry going, I tried.
Right,
So-
right. And I do like in this whole scenario,
Yeah.
when we get actually there, that Emily is definitely backing up Gina
I like that too.
with this whole,
Yes.
because where were they before they went home? They
Yeah.
all went to lunch, right? Oh no, they went to the winery,
Yes. Yes.
and then
They did their little bike ride.
But I
the
love,
next day.
I love how
Yeah.
Gina was like, let's talk about it. Heather, you're here. Katie, you're here.
Yes.
I'm here.
yeah.
Let's get this out.
Yeah.
And the
yeah.
way she was just calling Katie like, you're a fucking liar.
Yeah.
You're a liar.
Oh my God.
And
Well, you
sorry.
know that Gina was very sincere with her reaction. Like, what?
Like
about
you said
you
about
know
the real
the
well,
real
when Heather
estate-
said it, she said, apparently you don't want to be on my bad side.
Right.
And you put Katie to say about the paparazzi because you had to stay on my good side because you're getting all these real estate connections for
Yeah.
me. And Gina was like, what? What? And I agree with Gina.
and she's got so much going on with
Travis and
her
the
house,
moving
and the
out and is he
kids.
mad and is he not and are they going to stay together and
Her personal life is in a bad place.
she was like,
right
guys, you don't
now.
even know. You don't even know. And she was like, and then I like
and then
that
she's
Heather.
got to deal with this
But I love
nonsense.
that Heather said, we all love you.
Yeah.
We all support you.
Yeah.
And then she said, I don't know if she said it in her interview or what, but she said, I believe Gina.
Yeah.
I believe.
Well, I think when she saw Gina's reaction and how Katie changed the story a little bit about what she said about what Gina supposedly said.
Right,
I
about
think
this
Heather
whole-
was seeing through that. Heather knows Gina a lot more than she knows Katie.
And I agree. Like, I don't
So-
think Gina is the type. Like, Gina, again,
She's not a
Jersey
liar.
tough. She's like, I don't need Heather Dubrow for my business.
No, she doesn't.
And she's like, what are these non-existent contacts that she's talking about? Or these contacts that I'm asking for that I've never asked for? And I was
Yeah.
like, go, Gina.
oh, go. She was great.
No, it was great. And
Yeah,
I
think we all know that Katie was lying about that. Katie's trying to
Or
clear
she's
her
just-
name now,
right, and
or
she's just
back
saying
herself
she said it
out
to
of
me.
What she started,
Right. And she's just also saying, like, she told me this on the phone. So
Yeah.
who are you going to believe? Katie
Yeah,
right now or Gina?
right.
And I feel like also Gina and Katie will end up being friends too. Like,
Yeah.
I honestly don't think this is going to get in the way.
No, I don't think so.
Like, Gina's too cool.
Heather
I like Gina.
and Gina will be fine. I don't know where Katie's going to fall in all of this. But
I'm interested to
even
see if
Emily,
Katie.
of course, Emily is going to vouch for Gina, like because she was saying,
But I
Gina
love
would never ever say
right.
that.
She's like, I've never heard
Like,
her
I've
say
never
this,
heard
and I
her say
love that she
that.
was backing her up.
Yes,
And I love that Heather said, like, I believe Gina, and also I
Yes.
really truly believe that, like,
yes,
I really believe. I don't think Gina is ever asking Heather for anything. Heather's the type that, like, you just gotta hope she'll throw a bone your way.
yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm sure that Gina would appreciate it
Yeah.
if Heather threw her a bone, but
yeah,
I mean, Heather sold her house. It's not like people just, you know what I'm saying? It's not
Yeah.
like she's got this, like she was a realtor and she knows every realtor or every person that's selling a house in Orange County. And then
Yeah.
all of a sudden, oh, I'm going to throw it to Gina.
yeah.
Like, it doesn't work that way.
No,
You know what I mean? Like,
it doesn't. No,
I mean, Gina was selling that house that they went to for the weekend, right?
oh my
I mean, that was a
God.
$9 million house. Like,
In La
Gina sells that
Quinta.
one house.
Yes,
She's good for 2 years.
She's fine, and I think she's
I
doing
agree. I
really, really
agree.
well as we speak in the real estate.
I
so
agree.
she's fine. anyway, we're going to see where this friendship goes between Gina and Katie.
And I just love at the end that Heather was like, wheels up at 4 p.m. Like, drink up because we're heading out,
Yes.
So I thought that was kind of funny. I don't know. It just was a good little wrap up to the episode.
Heather is having a great season, I think. This might be one of the
But
best
she's
seasons
having
I've
a
seen with
terrible look with the hair in the little clip and the long extension.
I like that look. You don't like that look?
I don't like it.
It's a little prom queen.
It's
but
not the hair.
She looks beautiful.
It's not the hair. There's something with her jaw that I
okay.
feel like is off to me. But
okay.
But again, Heather Gorge, Heather Thin, Heather
she's
great
stunning.
relationship.
Yeah.
Heather's doing it.
Heather's perfect.
Heather.
She's
Heather's
perfect.
perfect. She's fancy pants. Like
Yes.
if I'm seeing a little something that's off, it's only because she's
But
probably
she always looks so perfect.
she probably has a little muscle wasting from all the like Ozempic.
Now,
the
confessionals I'm not wild about is Gina's.
Oh.
I'm so sorry. I brought this up in the past, but that one confessional where she's trying to be Marilyn Monroe, she's not pulling that off.
Well, it's the silver.
It looks a mess.
It's a
It
mess.
doesn't look good.
First of all,
And
the hair's uneven.
Gina's, it's uneven. I don't know if that's on purpose.
But remember, she got on. Remember, we talked about it this
No,
summer.
she makes fun of herself.
She got on. She's like, sorry
which
if
I
I
love
wasn't
her
making
about
it.
that. I love her
And
for
I'm
that.
not apologizing, even though I'm sort of apologizing, but I'm
Yeah.
not apologizing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
She can really make fun of herself. You love her for that.
and that
Self-deprecating.
silver dress, though, it looks like one boob. It looks like it's so tight in the chest that one like tit's just gonna come. Boing! It's just like it's gonna be an eyeball that comes popping out.
When she gives commentary in that confessional, it's hard for me to pay attention.
Right, because all I think of
I'm
is
looking at
why
is, the way
is
she
one
looks.
side up here?
And I'm like, what's up with the hair?
It's this.
and
One's up here and one's down here. It's like,
what that
what's going
is.
on, Gina? What's going on, Gina?
Look, I'm
Gina,
sure
Gina.
it was done on
Earth
purpose.
to Gina.
It didn't land well. It
No,
just doesn't.
and she knows it didn't land well.
I think she
Clearly,
knows. Oh.
everyone has been on her about it.
I think out of every confessional from every housewife ever, this
No.
is number one as the worst.
Well,
it really is. I'm
There's
just
been
like, I
some
can't
bad
get
ones.
past
I
this
mean,
one.
there's been some bad ones, but
No, and this is, I mean,
in recent memory,
actually, I think out of all the housewives on OC, she's having the best season.
oh, she
even
is
better than Heather.
She looks great. She's coming off great.
amazing. I mean,
But Gina's authentic. That's what I like
Well,
about her.
yes,
She's just like meatball, Clover, the dogs. Like you're up my ass. Like no,
Yeah.
that's not what it is. Like she's just
Yeah.
throwing it. Like you don't even understand. Like I'm having this with the boyfriend. Like she's just throwing it out. I feel like Gina's hanging on by a thread.
Yeah, she
and
is.
we're rooting for her.
She's
We're
hanging on by a
rooting for
thread,
her.
but she is somehow keeping it
We're-
together.
we're rooting
She's
for
keeping
her.
The team together.
That's what I mean. She's keeping
Yes.
it together. She's supporting Shannon.
Yes.
She looks like a
She,
good
I
friend.
think she's Shannon's biggest supporter.
and that's what
out
Shannon
of all of
said,
them.
actually.
Yes.
She was like, of all the people, and the one that probably was, I wouldn't have even thought
Yeah.
would have been Gina.
It's-
and it's Gina
And
who's
it's Gina.
being there.
Right.
But I do think that next week is the week, and it breaks my heart that Emily is crying over the jeans,
Yeah,
right?
it-
Or
it-
the like.
Me too.
And then she's like, I can't believe she's out there crying over clothes. Isn't that what Heather said or something? Like
yeah,
in
it's Heather says it.
something to that effect. And I'm
Yeah.
like, oh God,
Yeah. Well,
Heather,
she's not in
you've always-
Emily's shoes, so she can't.
Never.
understand.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah,
Like fancy pants perfect.
Yeah,
So
it's perfect. 2 weighs 2 pounds.
I
And then
feel
also
like-
Emily goes
yikes.
at it with Alexis, which I'm looking forward to seeing. I think it says, "Go F John some more, you effing idiot."
Wait, go.
She
Go
gets
fuck
into
down
it
some
with
more.
Alexis over what? I'm sure it's the Shannon stuff, of course. And
Or
then-
just like be a cool chick.
yeah,
Try not to bash this woman.
Yeah.
Like she's a mom. She's a girl. She's one of us. Come
yes,
on.
yes.
Let's not get crazy.
And let me add, I did put this in our Instagram, but
Littler
it looks
Podcast
like, yes,
On Instagram, LITLR podcast.
Mhm.
On Instagram.
Please follow us.
Ladies in the Living Room on YouTube.
We put some good stuff up there, but I did put that article where Alexis, she was on virtual reality, and she was saying that she has no intention, her and John have no intention of showing the video. So
Thank God.
It seems like she's backpedaling
That would be
now.
so
I think
mean-spirited.
she's seeing the aftermath of everything
and
going on.
so awful.
and
Let's
it's
not
just awful.
exploit this woman.
Yeah.
She's been exploited enough.
I know.
Come on. And I'm
Please.
glad that they didn't, and we're not going to see it. Although let's say we saw it right on camera. Shannon offered to pay John
Yep.
everything that he wanted.
Yep.
So
Yep.
wasn't that the be all end
Wasn't
all?
it all about the money?
Right.
Apparently,
it wasn't.
Was
It was
the
about
money
him
and
wanting
more.
to be seen as a good guy.
Yeah. Okay. Well, he's just making
Because
himself
there
look
was
worse
something.
and
Wait,
worse and worse.
because there was something about she wanted to put a
non-disparaging
agreement, and he said no.
yes.
Meaning,
right.
like she couldn't disparage him in conversation.
Right.
And he
right.
was, I see it. I see
Yeah.
it. The whole thing is screwed up.
It's so screwed up. but
Either way.
he's trying to clear his name. He's just making himself look worse and worse. So, and watching them on Watch What Happens Live.
Oh.
that-
What did he have?
The
The
audience
cross.
was against
the
them
cross
and
hanging
everything,
out.
which I
Oof.
was so happy to see.
I mean, it's a small audience, but still.
Yeah, it's
Ick.
just like it was like the numbers were like 90%, 100%, everything against them and for
Sorry,
Shannon.
John Jensen. Sorry, buddy.
Yeah. So
All right.
anyway,
That was
till
quite an
next
episode.
time-
That was quite an episode.
It was.
All right, so next time we're definitely going to watch episodes 3 and 4 of The Secret Lives of the Mormon Housewives.
I have to say, I can't wait.
Well, we'll talk
really
about it.
looking
We'll
forward
get
to it.
involved. And all right, but until next time, until next
Yeah.
week,
Yes.
we will say
for now.
sayonara. Goodbye for now, and thanks for listening.
Thank you, everybody.
All right,
See you next week.
we'll see you next week.